Today, we're going to be adding to the collage that we're going to be doing for the end of the month. So let's get to it. Today we're going to be doing a real quick video. I'm going to be, I went through my latest edition of Vogue, and I pulled out some images. I'm trying to find their images with enough contrast in them. This one might work, but the background is kind of dark. So we'll put that on the side. I really kind of like this one. I like the features of this one. So one of these two will probably make it into today's work. Again, the background is really dark, but the contrast with the person is very nice. It's kind of hard to say. I'm gonna put that one aside. Um, and it's an experimentation. When you're doing what we're doing today, you have to really kind of pay attention to the contrast of between the back and the front and what your subject's going to be. That may be too dark. This has plenty of contrast. You may not see the features of the faces because they're dark on the original. So what we're doing today is going to be some image transfers. And I'm fairly new in image transfers. I'm going to be trying the technique that Froya uses on her channel, where I put down the wet, I put down the image, let it sit for just a few seconds, and then you pull it up, and then you let that dry completely. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be rushing it because I'm going to have to really get this together. This is the morning of the Thursday train, and I am just getting my stuff together this morning. So I'm going to be kind of rushing this. So let's get started. I'm not going to talk a heck of a lot. I'm just going to get to work and maybe throw some comments as we go along. Okay, I went and I got some paper that I'm going to be working with. This is Yupo paper. And it's a rice paper that is very easy to work with. It's strong, and I like how organically it tears when I add it to the collage later. So that's Yupo paper, and probably what I pull the strongest prints from. This is tea bag paper, which is also strong enough to handle what we're going to be doing, but it's more. Let's see if I can show you. It's more translucent. You can see the shadow back here. And see if I can do it with my hand. You can see my hand is, well, maybe not so transparent, but it does. When you put it down on the paper, it's semi-transparent, and it works very nicely. But it can be challenging to pull up after things have dried. And finally, the last is going to be my pull-up paper when I need to clean the plate. And this is medical exam paper. And as you can see over here, it is when it dries, you can see through. And in seeing through that, I'll actually, if I wet this a little bit before I put it down and adhere it to my surface, it'll pretty much go transparent. And so medical exam has become my favorite to work with. I do have some, I have some rice paper here that I use from time to time. It also does pretty much the same thing, but it's a little bit more expensive. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. So those are the papers I'm going to be working with. I'm going to stick the 3 images, and we're going to get started. So here we go. Put it down and wait just a few seconds. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we did get some there. Probably not as much as I would like. I did get some of the Arizona there, and sure, this might work. So let's see how this does. Now this is baby wipes to get up the parts that I really don't want to transfer. Okay, that fast. Now let's see, how do we pull this up? As you can see, because this is transparent, and I'm going to put down plenty that I can actually pull this with. This is on, I actually use this dish dryer for so many things. It's mostly because it has a cool setting and a hot setting. I have it when I was working at Jazz, I was a high hot. The good thing about the jump plates is they can handle a little bit of heat. You don't want to overdo it. You certainly don't want to torch or anything like that, but it will handle the heat just fine. And I'm pushing it this morning because I want to get this done. And you can feel that when you're feeling the print, you can feel when it still feels dampish. And this is borderline. We'll see how we do. Okay. Yeah, I got a transfer. You can see the words clearly. You can see Arizona down here. I wish I got more of that. So, and there's portions of this I can work with. Is it clear enough? Probably not, but it worked as part of the collage easily. So put that one aside. And I think I'm going to go for some of the text here. See if I can pull off either one of these. See if I can pull this off. So I'm going to do this entire page. Ooh, I'm kind of loving that. That's exactly what I was hoping for. This is a silicone blending brush, which it's a fairly new acquisition. I really have gotten so that I like it a lot. This is a cleaner cut. I did get the Arizona down here. The pictures aren't really coming up, but I'm really loving the fact I'm getting the text, and that's going to be a feature of the piece that I'm doing. So I'd say both of those are fairly successful. The fact that they're on the same picture or the same piece of paper, I'm kind of stoked about. That may be very useful. So let's do another one. I think I like this door. I'm hoping it'll come out. So I'm going to do this whole page here. And see if I got enough there. Yeah, I do. This whole page here. And the reason I'm using the Vogue is because it has a quality paper that is transfers very well. So that's if you were interested in doing image transfers, the key is find a paper that's going to work for you. And I just find that the higher quality of the Vogue magazine really does make a difference. And that came directly from Foil. And since I went and found or purchased a subscription to Vogue, I've had more success at image transfers. Okay, this is going to be my medical exam. I use the metal exam paper for a couple of reasons. First off, it goes totally transparent, would appear to the surface, but also because it's it's pretty cheap to get a hold of. And when you're doing pulling a print, you're dubious about. Pulled up pretty nicely, and as I suspected, it's too dark in this area. I got some pattern there, and he make it up that the fact that it could be flowers up there, but that as much of a success? I'm not entirely sure. Is it usable? Yeah, I can use parts of it for fact. So put that aside. A lot of contrast with this one. I think this one will pull. Like it, make me a liar. So let's try it. Let's see how we did with this one. I'm not imagining this is going to be a very nice pull. You can sort of see that it's a woman, but we'll see how well it does. What I'm using here, and I didn't really talk about it. I'm using paints that I use for a Gelli art pour that I did about a week ago. And I'm finding that they actually kind of work nicely because they're transparent enough. This is gilded by this little piggy. and just try using a clean one just to try to get some even pressure down. Normally I use my Baron for this, and when I find it, I'll let you know. I have just moved into my new art room, and it's not quite ready yet. I have some work that I need to do. I still need to put put the walls up, and the drywall up, and get the rest of the electricity done. But it should be done here probably within the next month. I'll do a tour at that point. Normally I would let this sit a while, and so I can get show myself being able to get a good pull. And so far I've been pretty lucky this morning. And I'm not unhappy with that, because you can definitely tell that it's a lady that came up. And I kind of like that gold. That'll look really nice on whatever I use it on. And not expecting I'm going to get a lot of detail in the face. The faces are just too dark. But I'm sure I'm going to get some. I'm sure the dresses are going to pop. So this might work better. Let's see. I actually got more detail on the face than expected, and I got less detail in the bottom part of the print than I was hoping for. I'm going to use, there's a rougher side and a smooth side, so I'm going to use the smooth side to fold this. And again, this is the right shape. You don't have to do what I'm doing here. It's not going to make a difference in the print. It just makes a difference in how messy I get. I'm just trying to get some even pressure here. And like I suspected, I got the faces, didn't get much of the garments. So this was not exactly a successful pull, but it is usable. So I'm going to call that for this morning, and I want to thank you very much for being here. I can't tell you that how absolutely grateful I am that you spend your time with me and with us here on the train. This has been Thursday Train, and up after me, actually at this point I'm not entirely sure who was up after me, but the first up was Gert of Gert Creates. Then it's going to be either Janice or Adrian and Corey with Art's Really Cool. So stick around. I hope you go back and see them. I'm going to probably shove mine right here at the end of what's going on, because I was really unsure that I was going to be able to get a video together today. And so I'm going to sneak mine in at the end. It may not be part of the playlist, but we'll see what we can do. Just give you a second look on what we did today. We got some unclear prints, but we got some things that I know I'm going to be able to use. So, there we go. So I hope you found this useful today. Again, if you haven't had a chance, would you go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I really do appreciate it. It makes a huge difference. If you have any friends that would be interested, please share. So for today, that's it for me. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.